Embrace the fact that you are no longer who you used to be. Ultimately, everything is choice. It's up to you whether you perceive that you have changed or transitioned or not. And I understand that sometimes it can be tough accepting your transition and that you've become someone new, someone higher, and you're no longer who you used to be when you're around people who are constantly reminding you of that thing that you did or who you used to be or how you used to operate. You can change at any time. You can make a pivot at any time. You can become someone new at any time. People who are around you who are still holding you to yesterday will have to stay with who you used to be if they aren't willing to accept who you are now. And just because they have not accepted the new version of you because they're used to you backtracking, they're used to you being inconsistent, they're used to you not committing fully to your goals, because they are used to that, it's hard for them to accept that you are no longer that person. It's hard for them to put their full trust in knowing that you are no longer that. You no longer operate like that. You no longer move in that way. It's hard for them to accept that because they haven't seen you be consistent in it. So now is the time to be consistent in who you are saying that you have become, and not to prove anything to them, but to prove everything to yourself so that you can align your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, your physical body with the fact that the old you has passed away. Transition can feel like a slow death. You're crying, you're mourning who you used to be, you're mourning who you used to be attached to, you're mourning how you used to operate. Going through your transition season, it can be very tough emotionally because you're used to things being a certain way and they're no longer like that. Even the relationships around you, they're no longer set up how they used to be. So you can't even go back to comfort if you tried. And every time that you try to go back to comfort, it won't let you because you're in transition. So it's time to accept, like, are you the person that you are saying that you are? Are you the person that God has called you to be? Or are you going to force yourself to go back to who you used to be for comfort reasons? It's ultimately up to you. For the people out there that do not know how to handle transition, and you may not be sure what to do, and there's so much coming up against you that you just want to be depressed, you just want to sleep, you just want to run away and start all over somewhere else because you feel like all hell's breaking loose where you are. If this is you, I want you to do three things. The first thing is I want you to get deep in prayer. Ask God to assist you on your transition to who He is calling you to be. Ask Him to reveal the people, the places, and the things that will help you along this journey of accepting and moving forward in your transition. After you do that, and you ask Him to reveal it to you in the simplest way possible to where you can only understand. After you do that, I want you to begin to place yourself in this environment. If you cannot physically go to that environment because it's far away from you or whatever the case may be, start to look at it on Google Maps. Start to see what's around that place, what's in that environment. Find similar places in the city that you are currently in and visit those places. And if they don't have them, then begin to step out in your day acting as if you're going there. Speak as if you're going there. Affirm yourself while you're on the way there. I'm so thankful. I'm so blessed that I live in an area where I can go get massages daily. Okay, even if you can't afford the massage and you just walking past the massage place, whatever it is that you need to do to begin to align your physical body, your mind, your spirit, your energy, your emotions with that place or that thing that God is calling you to, do that. Because the more that you stay in your circumstances, the more that you stay bottled up inside, the more that you stay paying attention to the carnal things, is the more that you're going to fight this transition and you're going to feel as if all hell is coming up against you and you're in a confused state because you're not aligning with your transition. You're trying to stay comfortable in what has already passed away. The second thing I want you to do is be quiet. Nobody needs to know what you're doing. Nobody needs to know what you're believing for. Nobody needs to know what your plan is. Not understand. You can be in an extremely triggering situation where you're still trying to explain yourself and fight and understand and get somebody to consider you and see you and value you and this, that, and the third. It's not that season anymore. That season has passed away, and you're going to have to accept that and not internalize what is going on in your life to the point where you feel like something is wrong with you because of how the situation is turning out. No, something is right with you. God is trying to align you. God is trying to push you forward. So in order for Him to do that, some things simply have to stop. They simply have to walk away from you. Some things simply cannot be. And it's not to say that the person's bad or the situation's bad or whatever it is. It's not to say that it's bad. It's just to say that you are in a season where that no longer serves you. It served you at one point in time, but it no longer serves you where you are going. And vice versa. You might not serve them anymore. So allow them to move forward gracefully, peacefully, with love. Yes, you're going to have emotions up and down, and you're dealing with different things, but process your emotions, take them back in prayer. Be silent and be still. And being still does not mean you being lazy. Don't mean you sitting around the house all day. It does not mean you just sitting and waiting around. No, you're still in your energy. You're still in your spirit. You're still in your body. You're still in your mind. You're at peace. You're being still. You don't have to say too much. You don't have to do too much. You're not even allowing certain feelings or thoughts to come up in your mind. You're being still. So be silent in this season. Acceptance is going to be your best friend. So start working on it. Start working on accepting that that is no longer. Start working on accepting that that now is in God's hands. Start working on accepting that you are moving forward. And either way it goes, both parties win. You are a winner. They are a winner, regardless of what happened and what transpired. Life is life. Humans are humans. And it's going to be what it's supposed to be. So you can't stay in your feelings about it, because that's where unforgiveness comes from. That's where depression comes from. That's where confusion comes from, because you're trying to figure it out, and why this and why that and if this and shoulda, coulda, woulda, and it does not matter. The third but most important thing besides prayer that you need to do to accept this transition and for it to be smooth is get you a journal. And in that journal, I want you to skip all the way to the last page. On the last page, I want you to write your vision and make it plain. What do you want for your life? Why do you want it for your life? What is it going to do for your life? Put deep emotions in it. I am so thankful that I am healed internally and it's showing up externally for me. I'm so blessed that God has given me my dream place, my dream car, my dream job, my dream career. I'm so thankful and so blessed that I have healthy relationships and partnerships, that I can value the people around me because I value myself. When I step outside, joy finds me, favor finds me. I breathe in deep and I embrace the moment. And I'm thankful because I get to impact people throughout my experience. I get to impact people through my story. I get to impact people with what I do daily. I'm so blessed that every single day I walk outside, I get to create and make an income from it. Okay, what is your vision? What do you want? What is it going to do for you? And what does it look like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? Write your vision and make it plain. And do not say, oh, I want, I need, I'm waiting. No, I'm thankful, I'm blessed, I'm excited. This makes me happy. Lord, thank you, Jesus. Express gratitude and write as if you already have it. And then after you get done doing that, skip to the first page. Go back to the first page of the journal. And there I want you to write out your action steps. Pray before you write them, because your mind might be confused. You might think you have to do one thing, or you thought of a strategy, but God has a completely different strategy for you. So prayer is going to be a must so that you can be divinely guided and not just worldly guided. And they're telling you, oh, you need, this is the strategy, this is how people win. And then you try it and it's not working, because God has a different strategy for you so that you can start a whole new wave. So prayer is going to be a must. So on the first page of your journal, you are going to write out your action steps. What are you going to do to get to the vision that you wrote in the back of your book? What is it that you're going to do? I'm going to commit to working out every other day for an hour. I'm going to commit to reading a book every month. I'm going to commit to going on daily walks with God. I'm going to commit to prayer at 12 o'clock every night. I'm going to commit to zoning in on my business and cutting out all distractions. I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to go back to school. What is it that you are going to do to get to your vision? Because it's not just about you waiting on God to hand it to you. You also must do work. That's just facts. There's stuff that you have to do as well. Do you have to do everything? Do you have to work super hard and toil and work three jobs? No, unless you want to. It's all choice. But you do have to work. So what are you going to do to get to that vision? And in the middle of your journal, you are going to write every single day. The middle is your testimony to you getting to your vision, and the beginning is your plan. This is your book. Okay? This is your book. After you get done getting to your promised land, you will be able to turn this journal into a book. You'll be able to look back on where God has brought you through. You'll be able to look back and see how far you come, how good. Because listen, it is so easy to forget what God has done. It is so easy to forget where He has brought us from. It is so easy to do that when all hell is breaking loose in your life. It's easy to forget what God has done for you. Okay, you like, God, thank you for everything that you've done. You don't even know what you're thanking him for. You're just saying it loosely out your mouth because you just want to express gratitude. You want to get into a worship posture to where you can break free of what's trying to suppress you, but you can't even remember what God has brought you through because of adversity. So when you write down the things that God has brought you through, when you document them, it's easier to have a reference point to say, God, I remember that day. I'm thankful for that day. I'm thankful for that moment. I'm thankful for what that did for me, God, because when I did not see no way out, you gave me a clear path and I followed you and I made it through. So, God, I'm so thankful. I thank you, Lord. I thank you, Jesus. You get what I'm saying? So, this is one to be your testimony. It's more than just a journal. It's more than just a vision. It's more than just you writing. This is your testimony. This is going to impact people, and this is going to always be a reference point that you can go back to say, God, if you got me through that, you can get me through this. Because the higher that you go, the more that you will deal with. Not new devils and all that, not that. Adversity. It comes with the game. There's always going to be an opposing force, okay? That's just reality. You're always going to have to fight through something, especially if it's something that you truly desire. Work is necessary. So, the higher that you get, the more work that you have to do on a different level. So you need that reference point, that reminder of how far God brought you, so that when you get what it is that you're believing for, you won't fumble it and say, "Oh, this is too hard." No, if God got me through that, God to get me through this, and because I made it through that, even though more adversity is coming up on me on a different level, it doesn't seem hard. It seems easy because I remember what that felt like, and if I can get through that, this is nothing to me. It'll be easier for you to get through adversity on higher levels because you always remember what you got through and how difficult that was for you. So I understand transition is difficult. You may be in a position where you feel like all hell is breaking loose and you have no clue what to do or where to go. But I want you to know that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And if God is before you, then nothing and nobody. So whatever is trying to come up against you and make you feel as if you're going to fail, as if you're not going to make it, as if you can't go another day, you rebuke it and renounce your agreement with it because you've been laying in that bed depressed. You've been accepting your circumstances and just saying, oh, well, I guess this is what it is. I guess this is where I'm supposed to be. You've been basking in that. That's an agreement, a covenant that you have made with temporary things. So first, renounce your agreement with that covenant and rebuke it. Send it back to the pits of hell from which it came, because that is not your portion. God gave you power, love, and a sound mind. That's not his gift to you. God said that you are a house on a hill. You cannot be hidden. Your light is so bright it cannot be hidden in a drawer. You are the light of the world. So do not let adversity or temporary circumstances make you feel as if you're not supposed to be seen or heard and you're not supposed to shine your light. Be you. Take up your space in divinity. Take up your space. It is time. And this is why this transition has come into your life, because everything you've been praying for, everything you've been crying about, everything you've been going back and forth about, everything that you've been writing down and thinking about in your mind, God is answering those prayers down to the things that you never said verbally out your mouth. But it's going to take you getting through this transition process. It's going to take you shedding old skin. It's going to take you letting things go. It's going to take isolation and solitude, especially if you were disobedient. That was the biggest lesson that I learned throughout the transition. Okay, if you be disobedient to God, baby, you're going to go right back through that cycle of isolation, right back where you started. Okay, and this time you're gonna take it so serious because you're like, dang, I see what will happen if I don't listen. You have my best interest at heart. Now I'm going through heartbreak in a way that I shouldn't even be going through it. Now I'm dealing with stuff that I shouldn't even be dealing with, and it feels like it's crushing me. And I would not feel like this if I would have listened to you and pivoted, but I was taking things into my own hand and saying, oh no, I know what's best and I can fix this and I can do that. And if I just become this person, then this will be okay. And God was like, you don't even got to do all that. I got something else over here. But if you want to go that way, go ahead. I'm going to let you learn. And my arms are wide open when you come back. So obedience is going to be your best friend within this transition. Do not fight it because of your feelings and because of carnal things, because you're going to go right back 360 in another cycle, and you don't know how long it's going to take you to get out of that. And I know you tired of being tired. Okay, I know you are tired and you're ready to exit this season. You're ready to get out of there. So please be obedient to what it is God is calling you towards, and know that you have power, you have love, and you have a sound mind. Okay, and you have the backing of the Most High. So nothing and nobody can come against you. So do not allow anything to make you feel as if you're too weak to carry this thing. You're not carrying it by yourself. You don't have to have the weight of the world on your shoulders. You have help. So seek it diligently. I understand when you're in transition and you're going through warfare, it is extremely difficult to pray. You'll wait till the last minute to pray. You'll be on Instagram like, oh, I'm gonna go pray in a minute, and you feel God pulling at your spirit to go pray, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do it in a minute. That's warfare. You have to be like, listen, I'm going to pray. Before I even scroll, I'm committed to this. I'm going to wake up at this time. I'm going to do that, because if you don't, your day will be out of whack. Your mind will be a mess. You're going to be getting caught up in conversation and things you shouldn't even be getting caught up in. Stay silent and vigilant in this transition period, and stay the same way even after. Don't get caught up in good times to where you stop praying, you stop being committed, you stop being consistent, you stop being aware, you start talking too much, because all that's gonna do is get you caught up in other things that you'll now have to fight when that wasn't even your battle. That wasn't even assigned to you. Okay? Stop signing up for things that are not meant for you just because you want your feelings appeased. Check the spirit, test the spirit, ask God about it. Sit down and think before you just act sporadically because of your emotions. Because your emotions will lead you in many places that you are not supposed to be in. Them emotions will have you having conversations you know you're not supposed to be getting into. Now you're in a whole argument for 2 hours, and that 2 hours could have been spent on progression, not suppression, not oppression, not strife. That is what it is. Okay? So, as always, I pray that you are leaving this video way better than you came. Remember that you are chosen, you are called, you are far more precious than rubies, and a diamond cannot compare to you. Okay? You are being held at a high regard. God sees you way higher than you see yourself. So make sure you get in that mirror and you affirm yourself in the way that God would affirm you daily. I pray to see you next time. And as always, I'm sending you nothing but love. And I'm excited to see you conquer this transition with ease. Okay? You are called. You are chosen, you are not broken, and you are not too far gone. If God is calling you to it, He will see you through it. He already has the room prepared for you. He already has the place prepared for you. He already has everything that you need to get through this prepared and aligned for you. The people, the finances, the mentality, the resources, He already has it for you. So wake up and praise Him for it, even though you don't see it yet. Because God has already come through for you. Okay? You got to be your own motivation this transition. You got to speak life into yourself daily. Okay? Get into that Bible, get into Psalms, and read it over yourself, because that is going to reignite that fire that feels like it's dwindling and is slowly burning out. Get into Psalms. Read it over yourself. Speak life over yourself. You got this. You have came too far, and you are way too close to turn back because of adversity. That don't got nothing on you. Nothing. So don't let shame, don't let depression, don't let sadness, don't let stagnancy, don't let strife try to make you feel as if you are powerless. You have dominion. That is what God has given you. Dominion. So you tell them spirits, that strife, that adversity, to go back where it came from, because it has no control over the way that you go. You're moving forward regardless. And you've already made it through. So thank God for it, all right? I'm thankful that you made it to this video, and I pray to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Remember, you are chosen, you are called, and you are not too far gone.